Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of the Making of Franco-Belgian album series. This is Alrav from Quebec, Canada, the author and creator of Alcatraz le Protecteur / Alcatraz le Protecteur. Last time in this video series I've talked about the process of creating a synopsis for a comic book story in order to then break it down into a script. This time I'm going to be focusing on the visual breakdown process, which is the process in which the characters and the world, the setting itself will take shape to then be used to create your own comic book from within. So when it comes to documentation and stuff, there are countless research that you can do either through the internet or through books. It is a good thing to have both of them actually. So the main way to create the characters and settings for a comic book in general, when it comes to characters, there is the classic model sheet. So for those of you who don't know what it is, you basically draw the figure of your character in at least 3 basic angles: the front, the side, and the rear. The 3/4 view is optional. You don't need to repose the characters or do anything flashy, you just keep them standing. This is a way to sort of have the documentation for the character ready from all sides before being able to draw these characters and implement them in the story itself, as well as testing out their proportion in relation with other characters. So for instance, if you draw a character such as brute or monsters that are naturally much taller than an average human figure, then you're going to want to scale them accordingly with the other characters out there. So having proportion grids like these that are ready-made, these model sheets, they can help a lot with any characters that are recurring. Even if it's just for a few pages, it helps to have them at all time. So when it comes to characters, I highly recommend that you do a model sheet like these to be able to prepare them. As for the various settings and location, this can be done in 2 times. On one end, drawing them in 3D like this can be a good way to test out the different layouts or camera shots that you would do with these settings in advance before doing them for real on paper. But there is also another thing that you can do for backgrounds and stuff, is to draw them in a flat 2-dimensional way. So for instance, if you have characters that are sitting or laying down or in a certain position or even on stairs and such, then having particular 2D-esque drawings to test out the proportions in relation to other characters. Again, this can help a lot, especially when dealing with the more complex camera angles and stuff like that, because perspective is very important to do, especially when implementing such things such as backgrounds, especially in city landscape and such. So what I'm showing you here as a reference are some of the character model sheets and background reference that I use for the upcoming second issue of Alcatraz, which is set to be coming out on my Substack in the months to come. So it is a preview of sort, but a lot of the basics behind it, such as the character model sheets and the background fleshing out and stuff, are very basic, simple things to do, and I do recommend that you do use them if you are creating your own comic books and stuff, simply so you can be ready. As for the paper that you use to make these, you can use any random paper out there. So I'll be covering that up in the next installment. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and as always, look forward to all the Alcatraz le Protecteur / Alcatraz le Protecteur stuff on my Substack. The links are always available, the description below or on my channel's page, and As a reminder, the first issue is available for free there, alongside its blog comics companion that has now over 100 chapters. All of them are available in both English and French, so you can read them twice if you want. With that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll see one another very soon, so enjoy the reading.